Welcome, everybody, to another episode of the Lunch Table Podcast. I hope you guys are checked in for this review because we are discussing the Continental Episode 2, now streaming on Peacock. We did Episode 1 already, so if you haven't checked that out, check it out and let us know what you thought of that. But Akram, what did you think of this second episode, Night 2?
Yes, well, my friend, we are both underdressed as well this time, and I forgot to put on a suit. Sorry, everybody. This episode was another hit. It was a great episode, I think. We do get a little bit of the Bowery, which is awesome. I wish we got more of like Lawrence Fishburne or something like that. Maybe there's a little tease to that. We'll see a little later on. Cormac is absolute villain, abusing people. But overall, I thought it was a pretty great episode. How about you?
For sure. I think it was a little underwhelming, this episode. I mean, this is only a 3-part series, and I feel like they kind of threw in a lot of unnecessary subplots in the second episode, especially with Yen and Lou. Like, she's having conflicts with this rival business owner. So it's a little weird to throw it in there. And then Winston is trying to form a crew to take over the Continental. But we only got like one edition. It was like that sniper guy. So I was like, I mean, he's cool, and I thought he was gonna be like Marcus from John Wick, like a younger version, but he's a different guy. So it wasn't much to offer in terms of story. But I think the big takeaway was definitely Sharon in this episode. We can kind of see like his backstory, his motivations for joining the Continental is because he wants to bring his father over and have a better life. So I think Winston kind of plays on that thread a little bit and tries to convince him that Cormac is just using him. And if he joins Winston, perhaps he could be a little bit more fair to him, right?
Sure. Yeah, I guess I still, for some reason though, I always enjoyed the show. I think there's a zing to it, honestly. And just this episode, it for sure is underwhelming in a sense of where it goes action-wise, but I think it makes up for just the charisma behind these characters. There's always something about it, especially in this setting. What did you think of Cormac in this episode? Since it was a little bit underwhelming, what did you think of Cormac?
I thought they just let Mel Gibson be Mel Gibson.
Yeah,
they just get through the camera.
I'm just trying to be nice. Yeah,
yeah, he was off hinge, man. You could definitely see how his anger, and we also saw the adjudicator to kind of press him, so that probably added to his rage too. But I think that scene when he went full Negan on that poor cellist guy. that actor can't catch a break from Black Mirror.
Yeah, you said he's in the... Which episode was he
was
from?
in the Loch Ness episode of Black Mirror. I've seen him before. But he was pretty deranged. I think he has a twisted sense of... I think he's afraid everybody keeps backstabbing him. First it was Frankie, and then I think he was afraid to lose Sharon because the cellist guy offered Sharon to go with him, right? So now he's really trying to cling to all his resources, right? So that probably set him off. But nonetheless, I think he's a great villain as well.
Yeah, which is really funny because it kind of reminds me of Winston in a way, what happened with him, especially in Parabellum. So I feel like that's good. That kind of ties in somehow,
Yeah, for sure. It was a good episode. We also saw the Bowery, as you said. We got to see the Bowery Queen. I thought that was really interesting. I don't know if there was a guy next to her. I don't know if that was Bowery King for sure. We don't know Bowery King's real name, so he could have been just some rando. But I thought that would have been cool. Maybe that's his mother or something, or somehow leading to. I think that would be an interesting plot twist.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was like, oh my goodness. Okay. I'm so desperate to see this guy already. I just want to see what's going on. I just want to hear his laugh, or at least somewhat attempted. Unless he's just some schizo off the streets and just took over.
But that's what I was wondering. I was like, maybe he's just some random homeless dude that just I don't know, is really charismatic, and then he just ranks up over the series or something.
It's all about confidence. Right. That's what it is. Well, can you confidently give us your rating?
I'd probably give this a 7 out of 10. It's a shame because the first episode was really good, and I think it just kind of fell short in this one. Oh, I didn't even mention the last one. I do love the intro titles for these episodes with Hard Times playing in the background. I just love it. It's like something like a Bond film. But overall, probably 7 out of 10 for me. How would you rate it?
That's really crazy. It's interesting. I mean, you have a really unique take because I honestly would give this like a 9 out of 10. I still enjoy the series so far. I enjoyed this episode too. I know we're now going to review next week I believe series finale. So that's going to be interesting. I wonder how long it'll be even as well. But yeah, there's something about it. I don't know. It's just there's a certain charm to it. Maybe it's just my bias, but with this, I'm probably just going to give it a 9 out of 10. But you guys debate it in the comments below and tell us what you think. But Dylan, I was going to say fight us in the outro, but that sounded so stupid. But whatever. Say the outro.
Well, guys, thank you for sticking around for this review. Like I said, if you haven't checked out our Continental episode 1 review, check it out. Let us know what you thought. Let us know what you thought of this episode as well. What are your thoughts on it? How do you think it'll play out for the finale? But overall, guys, thank you for joining us. Sub to the channel if you enjoyed our content. Check out our other playlists. We have so much content, guys. But until then, thanks for having lunch with us.
See you guys.